see that allowed you guys to have the running game so effective tonight?
The biggest thing was the passing game was real effective, and so we caught them kind of transitioning between man and zone, trying to cover the pass, and so I think we got them off balance with the pass and some of the motions, and then I also thought, do you have that? Let me see that real quick. Well, and I thought, James and Jamal both, I can't see those numbers any better than you guys can in that, but James and Jamal both had, the explosives, and then, there was a point where they just had a tough time stopping those guys, and so, and we were able to roll them in, and so they're fresh and all that.
Whatever you changed in your approach or the way you've talked to the guys since Boise, does it feel like you found the formula to bring out 4 quarters of good play from these guys?
I felt like we had probably three and a half. I thought we had really good energy the whole time. I thought the whole game we had good energy. I thought the whole game we were highly motivated. And then I thought we, squandered a little bit in the third on offense. I thought, defensively, I can't remember exactly when it was, and special teams was kind of erratic, so.
Have you worked on the receiver motions for these past 2 weeks?
Yeah, we just did more of them. We've had them, we just did more of them. Of course, we haven't played anybody that played as much man as they do, or plays as much as they do,
Have you had many games in your coaching career where the rushing numbers are stacked up to 6 touchdowns? I didn't see the final yardage number.
This may be the most. I'm not sure. I'd have to look. I've had some. One time at Oklahoma, we played Iowa State. We had all these great passes. The quarterback could only throw it about 15 yards. So, we handed it off the whole for about 3 quarters of it. Had a big day that day. I can't remember. You guys know all this stuff.
Like, having these 3 backs who are so effective, does that allow you to do things with this offense that you haven't done before? Have you added anything because of the personnel that you have?
Well, I think the offensive line played well. I think, that adds to it. I think the offensive line did a real good job. So I do think they're quality backs. I think our offensive line, we're bigger than we have been. Now they're starting to play a little better together than they were early, I think.
Coach, do you think the bye week came at a perfect time for you?
Difficult to say. In our case, I don't think it came at a bad time. Typically, I like it the last third of going into the last third of the season. And then of course, well, if you win, it came at the perfect time. So yeah, I'd say it came at the perfect time. If you get it, and I've actually had it when I said I'd like it, and then, well, then you lose and say, well, it wasn't worth a damn. A terrible time for a bye week. So what do I know? But you just try to get as much work done as you can.
With the exception of that 175-yarder, what did you see from your defense in that matchup against their running back?
I thought they did pretty good because they're pretty diverse with those running backs, and the thing is justifiably, Freeman gets a lot of credit, but those other guys are really good players too. He's not the only one they have. Those other guys are real good also.
Like, what did you guys do different that allowed you to come out and play fast and play with energy from the first quarter this game, you think?
I think part of it, we did a better job running our feet on contact, and I thought, guys did a better job of season plays, and it wasn't just waiting for somebody to do something. Everybody just charged out there,
Luke had some good numbers through the first 3 games, but did you see anything extra from him tonight?
He did a better job running an offense tonight. And we put a lot on him with some of the motions and things, but did a better job running the offense, attacking what was given him. And then also, some of that's highlighted by, guys just making plays. Kyle Sweet had a huge catch, or River Craycraft had a huge catch, that one third and long, not only did we convert, changed the field big time, so that was good.
Mike, did you have a lot of runs dialed up initially, or were you checking in a lot of those?
Well, we just had basically the package, and then we had them attached to our passes, and then as they're attached to the passes, you know, if we felt better at it, or about it, we could get into it. So, in other words, well, some places have as many as 4 different looks to them. They all have 2, you know. So.
Anything else for Coach?
What can you say about the field goals, or what's got to change there?
I gotta quit missing them, you know. Yeah, shoot. If you want to be a field goal kicker, you got to kick field goals. You know, you got to be able to make them. You know, on a field goal team, you got to be able to block, and so you know, we'll look at and see what happens. If those guys got beat, we're going to slam on them until they'll block, because typically they're the same guys that pass protected and ran blocked all day. You know, and then. You know, I mean, if it's the kicker, the holder, either one of those guys, you know, they're going to have to perform better if they want to hold on to their job. Otherwise, we'll find somebody else, you know.
Just kind of curious on that first play of the fourth quarter, where the ball hit the turf. Was that by design? Was that the old fumble?
No, I wish I could tell you that. No, that was, no, I wish I could tell you that. That was the old-fashioned, this is like the terrorist snap, and thank goodness there was one on the ground instead of one that went over somebody's head, you know. I had a guy launch it over a guy's head about 30 yards one time. Then he comes back, where was the snap? I mean, unbelievable.
What have you thought, just the overall way the team has responded from the tough start and the way you guys have kind of cracked things up on it since then?
I think, you know, the biggest thing, I didn't think we played together. I think we had a bunch of guys that worked hard in the off season and felt like they had all figured out, and, you know, and some of what we were working on in practice were kind of suggestions, you know, and, and I think, you know, I felt like, you know, we were just off balance the first game defensively. I thought we did some good things offensively, but still weren't totally together. Against Boise, I thought we did things in pieces, you know. I mean, you know, if you add it all up, I mean, it looks really good, but we did it in pieces. You know, Boise had a run there that was more beneficial to them. And then I thought we hit a period of time against Idaho for about a third of the game where we played real well together. This game, I thought we got a half, and then we got another spot somewhere there between the third and fourth quarter that was real good.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.